Rocky and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of him.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt it set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He makes the connection. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's right out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
They'll try to run it in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Takes a handoff. It's Durham. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. They'll run the screen. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison.
Leaves it with the running back.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Comes out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's got it. And he was so close to scoring with that one, but he's shoved out of bounds at the 2. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense onto the field again. The give is to Williams. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They keep attacking through the air. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, Dave.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Now on third down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense getting set for first down. Hold it. Finds his man on the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Bennett. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
He's back to throw on second down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Fair catch, called for and made. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third-and-long situation. Nice job by this defense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He tries to take the top off. Pulls it in on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job on the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the 1st half. This is a good start.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 7 over Ole Miss. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Tied the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The run from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Trying play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the air. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker is so important to this team.
Off play action on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires the pass. Intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
South Carolina ready to go in another offensive odyssey. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead.
And the quarterback caught on 2 and sacked at the 12.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. On the return, it's Parker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. He wants to throw. Complete downfield. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown LSU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for room. It's Sanders. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Going to the run to start this second half. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. After run, now throw. Got it in the middle, it's Simon. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. To the air, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. He's going to pass on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the middle. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Feeling some heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. There throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Simon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A third and long coming up here. To the air. It's Sellers. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They'll run this play from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Off the play fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Using his legs, it's Sanders. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Going deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Anderson. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Durham. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 2nd down coming up. They'll run it from the gun. And it's slipped out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Handoff to the lone back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Caught over the middle, it's Hilton. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He caught it! Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give is to Williams. Touchdown, Tiger! And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Minnesota has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 28 over Nevada. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I'll tell you, honestly, what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Throws to the wideout. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. From deep in their own territory, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle, and Simon put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Offense set on 1st down. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The give is to Williams. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've gotten pushed back, but he's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, ball's out! And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense, continuing to chase that QB.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The give to the single back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Looking to pass. It's Sellers.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm upright because he can do some serious damage, but this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Calls his own number. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll run it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Offense working from the pistol. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back has it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing his pass.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown LSU! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The give is to Williams. Hard running there. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.